Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, Jags got humiliated last night. What happened to our Jaguars?
Doug Peterson didn't have much answers after the game. Media bombarded him with a lot of questions. Hard to believe Trevor Lawrence is 0-8 in his last 8 starts, but he just threw another interesting. Turnovers is just the main thing. He's throwing to the wrong jerseys, so it's not a good situation.
Has he become colorblind? Do we need to have his eyes checked?
It's just hard to believe. I mean, all this hype with Trevor Lawrence coming out of college.
Well, look at his history. High school, college. Right, he lost 2 games in 8 years. Yeah.
Jaguars thought they had their franchise quarterback, but now they're rethinking it. So I said, "What have you done for me lately?" Hasn't won a game in 0-8 in the last 8 starts. So.
Well, you have to look at everything and see if it's all him or something else. Is it just combination? Usually, it's a combination of all of it. But usually, that top elite quarterback will pull his team up. I mean, look at the talent that Brady had all those years. He didn't have the best talent out there. Ever so often, Belichick would bring in a good receiver, a good backer ever so often. But most of the time, he had average receivers, but Brady brought it up.
Yeah, turnovers is the main thing. 11 turnovers in 8 games. You can't turn the ball over.
You can't do it. Won't happen.
Turn the ball over, you're going to lose every time. So
usually the team with the most turnovers loses.
Yeah,
that's about 90% of the time.
That's why Pittsburgh's so happy with Justin Fields right now. He's protecting the football, hasn't turned it over. So
hold on to the pigskin.
Hold on to the pigskin. Play good defense. Got a chance to win, but Jacksonville is just kind of shocking.
It is. Who would have thought that Jags would be 0-3 and Cincinnati would be an 0-3? Burrows and Trevor 0-3.
Shad Khan's not real happy right now.
No, Shaka Khan is not happy.
All that money. But it is what it is. But,
it is
they can turn
what
around,
it is. Well, at least they didn't pay all the money they paid to Prescott.
But Josh Allen looked awfully good last night in Buffalo. I mean, they got a good football team, but it was ugly from the start. So.
Ugly from the beginning, ugly in the middle, and ugly at the end, huh? Just ugly.
It was ugly. Washington-Cincinnati game was a good ball game. So I said Jaden Daniels looks awfully good, rookie quarterback out of LSU. So had 2 LSU Heisman Trophy quarterbacks going at it. So it was a good ball game.
Go SEC. Okay. I want to do a little housekeeping right here while we started the Butch and Bob Show. In less than an hour, about 45 minutes from now, we'll be starting our annual hunting show with the game wardens from the Department of Natural Resources from DNR. Bob White and the gang will be here this morning to give you the latest information. There's all kinds of new hunting rules and regulations and things you need to look out for. There's here a whole bunch of them. And then, of course, they'll answer any questions that you have. So be sure to get those questions ready to call in or text in. And we'll write them down and then read them to the game wardens, and they will answer them for you over the air. Plus, I always like to talk to them about some of the most unusual stories, unique situations they've come across through the years. Game wardens run into a lot of interesting situations out there, Bob, and they'll be doing that. But and this year, we've got some great gifts that we're going to give away to our listeners for tuning in to the hunting show this morning, starting at 9 o'clock. We've got a $100 gift card from Tractor Supply that we're going to give away. We've got a $50 gift card from Harris Ace Hardware. And we've got an 18-gun steel security cabinet from Walmart in Jesup that we're going to give away. So 3 great prizes there that we're going to give away. So everyone who's tuned in eventually will have a chance to win one of those 3 prizes. And so make sure you tune in this morning. It's always a good time with the game wardens and very interesting and informative and entertaining with the game wardens. And it all starts this morning, starting at 9 o'clock. Usually goes to 9 to around 10:30, somewhere along in there, according to how many questions we get and how much information they have. And so tune in. We'll have a great time this morning, starting at 9 a.m. with the hunting show here on WIFO. And Bob found out that the Wayne County Fair the fall fair begins this Friday. You got the information on that. You're supposed to do the ad. Heather sent that to you. We got the schedule all ready to go tomorrow. You got to do the ad this morning because Heather says she sent everything to you. And so the Wayne County Fair, the Fall Fair, begins this Friday, goes this weekend, and then all next week through Saturday. So 2 weekends and a full week of the Wayne County Fair, and so that all began, and we've got a gift certificate here for 2 folks to get into the Wayne County Fair, and we're going to give that away this morning between 8:45 and 9 o'clock. And so you'll have a chance to win 2 fairs. It all begins 2 tickets to the fair, and the fair begins at this Friday out there at the JC Fairgrounds on the Savannah Highway in Jesup. So the Fall Fair in town Friday, weather permitting, as you say, according to what that tropical storm does in terms of how quickly it gets through. Will it be gone by Friday night or not? We'll see. We'll see. But I'm just glad it's not starting Thursday. If it was Thursday, I'd say, ain't no way, Jose. But Friday night, because they usually start open the gates at 6, we may be okay by then. Yeah, we may be okay by then. So the Fall Fair put on by the Wayne County Board of Tourism. And it all begins Friday this weekend, all through next week, up through the following Saturday on the 5th of October is when it ends. So just some housekeeping stuff there to do this morning. Someone texted in this morning, wanted to know if the Touchdown Club meets tonight.
I believe so.
Believe so. Okay. Touchdown Club.
They normally meet on Tuesdays. I said I'll be at a softball game. So
yeah, you'll be at the softball game. But Touchdown Club, meets on Tuesdays, unless it's an off week like last week. But it'll meet tonight at regular time at Omaha Steak and Seafood as normal.
Be interested to see how many football games get canceled with this storm coming through. So that's probably pending too. So play it by ear.
Yeah, you just don't know how quickly it's going to come through. Will it come through and hang around? Will it come in late? You just never know. We know we're going to be impacted big time on starting Wednesday night and Thursday. Will it hang over into Friday? We don't know. We just don't know at this time. We just got to be prepared. Is that Tropical Storm Helene? Is that how you pronounce that? Helene? Helene? I guess that's how you pronounce it. But they expect it to be a hurricane as it comes across the Gulf there and picks up. As the news reporter in Fox News says, it's going to explode into a hurricane. I don't think I've ever heard those words before. The tropical storm is going to explode into a hurricane. I guess he was looking for an action verb in there to make it sound exciting, and he used the word explode.
Must have been in drama school. So dramatic.
That is a tropical storm is going to explode into a hurricane. It'll be a gradual thing.
Let's hope it goes away.
Yeah, let's hope it goes away here. But, reading the thing that Donnie Ray sent us from the Emergency Management Agency here in town, it said, he said rapid intensification is expected. Helene is forecast to become a major hurricane before making landfall along the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend region on Thursday. We'll be bringing widespread impacts to Georgia on Thursday and Friday with significant wind damage, flash flooding, heavy rainfall, and several tornadoes possible. What's the over-under on tornadoes, Bob?
I have no idea.
No? 3, 4? You think it's going to be over 3, under 3?
I have no idea. I said they've got another meeting this morning, so we should get an update again this afternoon. So
the Donnie Ray and then have another meeting this morning. They'll get the latest information from the hurricane headquarters down there in Miami. The wind field will be quite large, according to Donnie Ray. Significant wind impacts will be felt far away from the center of the track. So it's going to be a windy one also. Wide and windy. Windy and wide. Lots of rain. And we'll keep people updated on this as we get updates from Donnie Ray at Emergency Management here in Jesup.
Should have a better idea tomorrow.
Yeah. You just don't know. You just don't know.
Things changed from hour to hour. So.
It's like I've mentioned before. I was talking to one of our emergency management directors, several years ago, back in the 90s. Said, how do hurricanes change so much? I mean, you got this big force. You think it'd just be like, he says, Butch, imagine a top that you pull the string and you put it on a counter, and it's going around and around and around real fast. What if you blow on it one direction, it goes to the left. You blow on another direction, it goes to the right. He says hurricanes are big and massive, but these wind currents up there do the same thing to hurricanes as you can to a top, just blowing it on a counter. So winds can come along and push it to the left, push it to the right, slow it down, speed it up, and that's what happens. So we'll keep you up all the day. Just keep it tuned in to 105.5 FM. We'll let you know how it affects the Southeast Georgia area here. And we got softball today. Tell us about the girls' softball game, Bob. Barbara struck off field.
Key region game. Like I said, Perry beat us up earlier this year in Perry. So the way I understand it, Wayne County has to win by 4 or more in order to take first place in that region and host that super regional. So need to not only win, but need to win by 4 runs or more in order to get first place in that region. So hopefully they can do that this afternoon. Right after that, we'll go to Braves baseball. Braves going up against the New York Mets. I mean, if you watch that game, Ronald Acuna, Braves star who was lost for the entire season, his younger brother is now playing with the New York Mets. And
his younger brother?
He looks pretty good.
Doing what?
He's playing for the Mets.
I mean, first base, second base.
I'm not sure what position he plays.
Okay.
I just saw him hit a home run the other day. They showed the highlights, so not sure where he plays. But his younger brother looks like he's as talented as his older brother. So that'll be. Hopefully, that's not the downfall of the Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother beating up on the Braves.
Well, if they could win these 3 games, they'll be right back in it. But you're not only going against the Mets, but you also are the Diamondbacks. They're right there too. We're 2 games behind both of them.
Right.
Both of them. Somebody wants to know how much the fair tickets are going to be this year. $15. $15 each for unlimited rides and all that kind of stuff. There'll be $15 for tickets this year, and we'll be giving away 2 free tickets this morning to some lucky winner between 8:45 and 9. We'll give away fair tickets every single day, weekday, from today all the way through the following Friday. So keep it tuned in for your chance to win right here on 105.5 FM. Is there a touchdown club meeting tonight? Well, once again, more than likely.
I believe there is a meeting tonight.
There is a meeting tonight. What time do they start? 7?
They meet Tuesday at Altamont Steak and Seafood every Tuesday before the Friday football game. So
right. So touchdown club meeting tonight. Yes.
Right.
Go to the touchdown club meeting. Okay. Turn Bob's mic up, gain up. I do have his turned up. I have to move it up and down, but his is up. Okay. As much as I can do it for right now. So appreciate the comment on that. All right, that's it. All right, I thought I had another text there, but it's not there. All right, so that's going on there. And, boy, watch some interesting conversation in the county council meeting about the DA's office and paying them and, those conflicting emotions of should you, hold your ground and make a stand, or, as Paul said, you got to do what's best for the citizens of Wayne County, which is having a strong DA's office, no matter what you may think about the DA. Basically what they came up with.
It's a mess. Like I said, they got to handle juvenile. I thought they came up with a good solution for the juvenile court. Like I said, the solicitor's office is going to handle it starting October. So they took the money that they need from the DA's budget to handle juvenile court, because like I said, those people in juvenile court deserve their day in court as well. And there's a lot of victims that...
It's about the victims.
It's just, so... Just something that's never been, I've been here a long time. I've never seen a DA's office just bail on a juvenile court system. So
So we're out of here.
No one can. Everybody's just trying to grasp their head around what he's doing. So it's just a mess. Like I said yesterday, it's a mess.
Well, as we've always said, it's usually about the money, and this is what it is. It's about the money.
Well, he doesn't have any money.
That's what I mean.
He's
close
to
money.
He's close to $1 million. He's close to $1 million in debt to Glenn County. So those people
it's about the money.
They want their money back. So my question is, what are the other circuits doing? How are they going to handle juvenile court? Some say they're going to hire a private attorney. Some are doing other things. So, but starting October, all these. And there's a 5-circuit, 5-county circuit. It's Camden, Glenn, Jeff Davis, Appleton, and Wayne, all having to come up with a solution. So Wayne County met yesterday 2.5 hours to come up with a solution. So they've resolve that. They also decided to fund 3 positions in his office, and they're talking about hiring a 3rd attorney, but that's a discussion for another day. It doesn't look like that's going to fly. So, but like they said, the people in the DA's office are collateral damage because they're the ones who have to decide what they're going to do, because after September 26th, they're not sure they're going to get paid, and they're not sure they're going to get any benefits. So if they don't do that, like they said,
two of them,
I
I thought the 2 attorneys there were state paid.
Yeah, but we're supposedly we're funding those positions now.
Well, I thought you said they were state paid. We're just giving them the supplements, according to your news story there. We have supplements that we give those 2 attorneys that are paid for by the state.
I just need Paul Drog to come in here. Like I said, I'm going to get him to come in because so much, it was hard to keep up with yesterday.
Okay.
A lot going on.
A lot going on. Akura's brother plays shortstop. Plays shortstop for the Mets.
Yeah, he's
the hot spot.
He's pretty talented.
Yeah, you got to be talented to play shortstop.
He can hit.
And hit. Yeah.
They brought him up late in the season, so he's starting at shortstop for the Mets. So that's a pretty talented kid. So how come the Braves don't have him? Braves should have got him. They could have 2 kickers. They should make a trade for his brother.
Make a trade. Yeah, both brothers playing on the same team. That'd be great. Yeah.
That'd be good.
That would be good. It says we have another new message up here, but I sure don't see it. Okay, I don't know where it went.
But that was an interesting meet yesterday for sure. But didn't know it was going to last 2.5 hours. But I said, they got a mess.
A mess. It is a mess,
It's a
and
mess,
we're not the only county dealing with it. You got 4 other counties dealing with the same thing. But let's hope it can all work out, because you want a strong DA's office, and just things are a mess right now. And it seems like Paul and the county council commissioners came up with a good plan to handle juvenile court and try to shore up the DA's office too.
Yeah. So juvenile court was the main thing, because, like I said, the DA's office is going to stop doing juvenile court beginning of October, and they've got juvenile court October 3rd, so they had to come up with a solution.
Who's the solicitor for Wayne County?
Right now it's Kenny Carswell.
But he'll end up at the end of the year, because somebody else is going to be solicitor.
Andy Beaver.
Andy Beaver will be the new solicitor.
Right.
Well, that's got more on Andy's plate. He's already the county's attorney, isn't he? And he's a private attorney. You got any free time there, Andy? Oh, boy. Let me tell you.
He won that race. I think it was uncontested.
Right. Kenny decided to retire, and Andy put his name in there, and,
But Kenny's still there to the end of the year.
To the end of the year, right. So that means he's got 3 months of this. All right, Bob. Anything else that we need to inform the public about this morning here on the Butch and Bob Show?
Not that I know.
Not that you know of?
Come on out and support the girls softball team today. It's a big game.
Big game against Perry. What time is first pitch?
5:30.
5:30 at Barbara Struckoff Field. The world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO has been brought to you by O.C. Welch Ford, Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and the Service Department at G&S Auto Sales in Jesup.